Hey, 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 hey. Hello, hello, hello. It is Monday. And those of you that are watching, this is Camp Gambini's Motivational Monday. So I'm going to drop in here. If you guys are watching, I put on the post, but make sure you give StreamYard permission so I can see your post. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, so I can't see who's posting, or you can just put your name. But if you go back up and click, hi, Mindy, yeah, from Alabama. So, one of the things we do wherever you're watching this from now or later, normally if you're rewatching it, we just have you put like hashtag replay, joining from, and where, because the whole concept around this free community is it's God's campground coming around from all over the world. So if you guys are not inside the private Facebook group yet, because I am streaming into my YouTube today and also connecting the dots. So hello, hello. So we do have a whole bunch of amazing things going on over inside Camp Gambini, which is a private group, and we have different things going on all week long. I do sometimes stream every so often in here. If you guys have not liked my Facebook pages, Connecting the Dots with Jody Gambini, which is my business, and please go and like that. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, it's Jody's Adventures in dot. So if you've not done that, please go ahead and do that. Yeah, so let me know. It is hot here. Let me give you the final temperature here. Okay, so it's 100. Yesterday, I think it was like 103. It was warm. It was really warm. It was really, really warm up at my mom's in Red Bluff, Redding area. So it was super warm. Yeah. So let me know what your weather is like. So it is warm here, hence why I've got like this is like a jumpsuit, jump romper, slash probably looks like my pajamas. It's like all one piece, and then I've got a tank top underneath. But yeah, so it's super duper casual. Shout out to my husband. It's his birthday today, July 11th, and it's also my mom's birthday. So it's always really. I'm always trying to balance everything. So we went up and went to any of you guys that are on my Facebook page or my Instagram. So my personal Facebook page is just Jody Lewis Gambini. Did that because my maiden name is Lewis. And when Facebook first came out and we were working on my class reunion and stuff, it was much easier for people to find me with that knew me from the past when I put Lewis on. But those of you that don't know, I do not hyphen my name. My married name is Gambini, and I just go by Jody Gambini. But if you go over to Instagram, it is just Jody Gambini. So that's my tag name on Instagram. I've been putting some fun reels on there. On my Facebook page, I actually went live while we were on this dinner cruise on Lake Shasta up in Redding. If you ever head to Redding, Lake Shasta is amazing. There is a place up there that both they do what they call Shasta Caverns tours and dinner cruises. They have just fixed this place up. It's so amazing. I think they're going to be opening up a restaurant soon, but the dinner cruise was incredible. The food was gourmet. So we took my mom there. My sister and my brother-in-law and me, we all drove up there and took my mom out on the lake. It was just really, really fun because that is the lake. When we moved up to Redding, I was only 5 and my sister was 2. One of the choices was to get a built-in pool or to get, but we chose a boat. And so we when Shasta Lake was not super low, that was where we always hung out. We moored our boats like at Bridge Bay and Packers Bay. So it was just like a stroll down memory lane. And for me, I think I actually filmed right at the the bridge. There's a bridge. So when you're on the lake, you have to go under this big bridge. But if you're driving on I-5, it's also kind of the famous place where you see Shasta Lake, like the most beautiful. So those two places are like super special to me because I've always loved driving. So you have to normally go over that bridge to get to any of the resorts that we would launch our boats or do any of that. So that little drag there is special. And then when we be on the lake, it was very, very common that we would, that's like the main kind of central area. So it has, Shasta Lake has like 5 different arms of the lake, but that's kind of like the central place. Everybody kind of knows the landmark. So, and then there is a train that goes through there too. So you got the highway, then right underneath there's a train, and then it has these arches. So anyway, that was just so amazing that they took us right in that area. And yeah, it's kind of like a ferry boat, but like that you, so the other, because they also use them to take people across the lake to this place called Shasta Caverns. They're like caves. It's incredible. I always say like the most awesome thing to do when it's hot out, because it's so cool inside the caves, and they've got all these crisp, like like it's all these rocks and things that have crystallized, and it's pretty fabulous. So that's so they turned one of those boats into the dinner cruise, and then they put tables and beautiful tablecloths, and even it goes really slow, so nothing falls over, but they had roses on it. It was like a 4-course meal. We got on board and it had 2 different appetizers on your table. We got like the most amazing, most amazing seats. I like, everybody was like, how did you get front row? So we were right behind the captain, and we all got to look out towards the lake. So the other tables, there was like people seated this way and seated on the other side, but we just got to have all of us. They had amazing salads. He made like this incredible, it had green beans and garbanzo. Anyway, it was an amazing salad. And then there was this other one that was like a broccoli salad, but it was different than any broccoli salad I've ever made. And then he also had like a spinach salad that you could create, build your own. So I was like, I'm impressed just for salad alone. It was super gourmet. And then he had like 3 or 4 different entrees. So there was tri-tip, like a bourbon glazed tri-tip. There was a Chardonnay chicken. There was another chicken dish that had kind of like barbecue. And I feel like there was one other dish. And then they had potato salads and all kinds of stuff. And then to top it off, like every flavor of cheesecake you could try. So anyway, it was just really amazing. So if you're ever anywhere near the Reading area during this time of year, I think that they stay open till like October. Just highly encourage it. It was just amazing. They actually gave they gave cards, birthday and anniversary cards. There was a a bachelorette party on there that was, it was fun for the bride, and they took all kinds of cool, bride to be, they took all kinds of cool pictures and everything. So it was just really amazing. And I think for anybody, the lake is really relaxing. It was like the perfect time because no one was really going up and down that channel at the time. So normally you get a lot more choppiness. So it was just so beautiful. Hello from Texas. Oh my gosh, 103. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, let me see who's on here. So yeah, so I have, it's kind of, first of all, guys, if I wanted to just address a couple things in our rules, because I keep meaning to post the rules up and somehow it won't let me copy and paste them. But of course, being kind and courteous. But I have a rule that asks that you, even if it's a post that you've put on your page, I know I sometimes share some of the things that are my post, but um, mostly I'm sharing it for you guys, and I just want you guys to see it because not everybody is my Facebook friend. But just I'm asking you guys to post on this page. So I don't want to see, for example, if it says from somebody, but it's from somebody else's page. So just copy whatever you posted in Facebook and post it inside the group. Because the whole reason is we want to have interaction and conversation. So if it's something that's on your heart, just post it directly in the group. The other thing is sharing other people's events and things. We ask, I'm actually going to post up here. I'm going to be interviewing people that want to let us know about the events, the things they're doing, and then they will submit it to me and we'll do a post once a week that just shares everything that's going on. So if you know anybody, I'll have a post up for that, or even send me a number and I'll send you guys a link. But we just ask that it's just original content. Hey, can you pray for me? Post a video, a live, and then we'll get it up. I do also I don't know, I was going to say unfortunately, but I've had some issues with people posting things that I've asked not to post inside the group. And then I've also had an issue with like people literally posting like 10 things back to back to back. So I do have it where I do have to approve it. So if you don't see it right away, don't worry, I will approve it. But it does need to be original content from you, not something that was your original content on your Facebook page and you share it, not someone else's content, but yours. Like I want you to share from your heart. This is like community here. So blessings. Hi, Amber. Hi, Amber Doll. Wonderful to have you. Yes, caverns. If any of you guys, I'm going to post right here too. Click on this link and hi, Paula. Paula's from Texas. It's hot in Texas. Okay, you guys, you should see this come up. Click on the streamyard.com.facebook if you're on Facebook. If you're commenting from YouTube, I can totally see it and I can see who's commenting. For some reason, Facebook has a couple rules, so you have to click that with StreamYard. So so it's just giving a little update to you all. It is also my mom's birthday. We are celebrating Dan's here. We're going out to dinner, and he took off a little early from work. He was working from home today. So I don't always get this, but God's been really speaking to me about July. And as I was driving home yesterday from Reading area, I was seeing more. So I thought I would share with you guys a little bit in the encouragement way of ways that God speaks to me. So, and then talking to other people. So has anybody been seeing anything that's standing out to you? Oh, thank you. Yeah, has anybody been seeing anything that's been standing out to them? Um, so I learned a couple of facts and I just feel like they're super strong. There's also other prophets that have been really speaking of this, and everywhere I go, I'm like, okay, God, I guess you are saying this. So I said, if you want to grab your pen, you might want to, because I'm going to share both some numbers that are standing out to me and kind of some overall things I feel like God is speaking at a high level for July in multiple ways, and even something really unique that's happening in July that I feel like even adds to like what God's going to do in July. And so for you, for things you might be praying for, and here's how this works. I'm just sharing what the Lord keeps. I actually asked him, I'm like, what do you want me to prophesy today, God? What do you want me to share? What do you want me to motivate people with? And he put this on my heart. So, this is what I'm going to do. If I do have time, the way it works is you do need to post and say hello. And I may, if God gives me something specifically for you, I will do it at the end. I'll probably do 2 to 4 people. So stay on, and I'll probably release anything personal. Um, if you are wanting a personal word at the end, I'm going to have everybody post me, but not right now. But I do only give words if I can see that you're on. So if I can't see that you're on, then so first of all, I'm wondering if you guys can all answer that are on. Is anybody been believing for something, needing a major breakthrough, needing provision, um, needing, you've just been standing and believing, and you're just feeling like, okay, um, I'm just not seeing it. I'm believing it. I'm getting weary. Is anybody like that? Has anybody been waiting for something? And you're just kind of like, okay, did I miss it? Did I miss it? You know, I'm wondering if anybody has felt that, or you're just kind of feeling, you've just been tired. You've um, just kind of feel like, okay, this has been a long journey. Yes. Okay. Mindy, you're feeling that. Amber, you're feeling that. So I'm curious if, so here's what we sometimes forget to do. And so and I wrote dream here because I think sometimes when we get weary, um, hi, Mikalita. Yes, I need a breakthrough provision for my children. Okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I think I think I'm live in Camp Gambini. Am I live in Camp Gambini? Um, okay. So, a breakthrough. So, what I'm going to give you guys to encourage you, because testimony comes when we remember it, right? So sometimes we've been waiting for something, standing for something, and we get kind of weary, or we almost have like this anticipation of disappointment and just despair that we're like, I'm just not even going to say it out loud anymore. Okay. There is something powerful about releasing it both from here onto paper and then speaking it out loud, I feel. So, the first thing I want to encourage you guys is grabbing that piece of paper. I want you to write all the things that you're believing for, little and big, okay? It could be things for our country, it could be things for our world, it could be for you personally, it could be for a ministry that you're doing. It could be for your family. You could be standing in somebody to be completely healed from an addiction. Whatever those things are, even as I'm talking, I want you to be, you're trying to avoid the anticipation and disappointment, but it creeps up at times. So, one of the most powerful things is, if people have given you words, go back and read them and rewrite things out again and stand on those things. So if 3 different people told you, I see you speaking on stages, I see you going places, you know what? I have to go back. I listen to those words over again. I transcribe them. I reread them over my life when I'm having a hard time, because I also have what's called a dream list. I realized for years and years and years, I stopped dreaming. I kind of had other people's dreams, to be honest with you. So I was doing a training with Danny Silk and a course, and he was like, "What's on your dream list?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" And he's like, "Yeah, God put on my heart to do like 100 dreams." He said, "Some it's been 12 years, and some have not come true." It really challenged me because I realized I was so afraid of the fear of the unknown, the fear of failure, the fear of rejection, all of these things, that I was not writing things out anymore, and or even things that I believed I was not writing and declaring. So I started just keeping this list, and every single time I'm like, yes, and I will be coming back to Scotland. I'll give you one that I added, and you know what? It's been 5 years, but I believe that I am going back to Europe, and I also believe that I'm going other places. And I had to renew my passport, and when it expired the last time, it had only had one stamp on it. So I got my new passport in 2017, October, and it has one stamp on it. But I have been declaring and believing that this passport is going to literally fill up. Well, guess what? I still got 5 years. It takes 10 years for the passport, but 5 years is a long time, guys. I kind of thought that I would be back over there 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. I thought I was going to Australia. I thought I was going to New Zealand. Guess what? Those are all on my list, though. Those are all on my list. And you know what I do to agree with what God has said on that list? When I meet somebody from those places, I say, you know what? Your country or your state is on my list. So I know I'm going to be coming to visit you. I don't, sometimes I'll even say I'm coming to visit soon because God did. He gave me 8 countries and 8 different states. And so one state I've been in, I have not been back to any of the countries, but I am standing in it. I am declaring it over myself. And one of the ways I do it is, like I said, when I meet somebody new, I just met a couple people from Australia, and I'm like, hey, I'm coming to Australia. I don't know when, but if you know people who want me to come, you guys might have caught on Camp Gambini a couple different times. I was like, hey, who wants me to come visit them? Let's get it, because I know that God's told me 8 states and a couple cities that I'm going to. So I'm waiting for those people, and I believe that I I already have a couple. And so, but see how you got to push towards the dreamer, push towards the dreaming. That's what I want to encourage you. Something maybe in the making here. Yes, Mindy, Mindy, Mindy. Yes, yes, yes. That's why I said that. See, now I could say and speak what I call death over myself. Well, it hasn't happened for 5 years. I might. It's on my list. If I'm lucky, I may go. It's not looking good. It's been 5 years. No, I know that God had me put it on my list. And I know, kind of like a bucket list in a way, but I don't really like a bucket list. So I call mine a dream list because the whole concept behind the bucket list, I feel like, um, anyway, it's like to do before you die. Well, I don't know when I'm going to die. So I'm just going to put all my dreams on a list and just know that I'm going to accomplish all those dreams. And here's the thing, if I don't, heaven is going to be amazing. And there's probably all kinds of things that will fill my dream list once I'm in heaven, right? So anyway, but you have to dream. It's that thing from here to your heart, okay? I think we were talking about that. It's from here to your heart. Okay. So, yes, God is faithful, and we have to sometimes refresh and water our faith. We have to sometimes take our roots and put them back over by the river to get filled up. And these are ways to do it. Declaring what you believe in. I believe that I'm going to be speaking public, motivational speaking places and doing that. I know how? Does my bank account say that it'll happen right now? No. Am I going to speak those things over my life? No. I'm going to speak life over my life because God can change something in a moment. But if I'm speaking the other, I can guarantee you that it's not God. If I'm saying it, I'm either protecting myself. So sometimes we self-sabotage and we self-protect. So we don't fully claim what we're going to do. Paula says, oh, I forgot I can put all your guys' things up here. Okay. Paula, thank you, girl. Okay, so we're live in Camp Gambini. Thank you, Michelle. We're live in Camp Gambini. Amber says, I'm feeling like when is this going to end? Amber, thank you for the truth. That I feel you. I feel a lot of you. So I want you to hold on because I have something I want to release. Michelle says it's 85 there. Let's see what else we've got going on. Okay, I just wanted to highlight some of your guys' things. So Michelle said she's trying to avoid the anticipation of disappointment, but it keeps creeping in. So one of the fastest ways, I always am loving to say kick or kick. I instead of punch, I say kick because it takes a conscious effort to take your leg and choose to focus towards something. So whatever that fear is, whatever that anticipation is, the best way to do it, ask God what he wants you to do for this time. It may be writing all those things up. So right now I don't have that list for a really long time. I've had it written and I have a cork board right over here and I just had it put up there. It may be I publicly go live and share something. It may be, but you need to push towards what you're believing. So whatever you have anticipation with, what is the anticipation? It's tied to what either you have had hope. Michelle, you and I were talking about this. Hope deferred makes the heart grow sick, is what the Bible says. Hope deferred makes the heart grow sick. So you may have some hope deferred. And so God wants you to work on that in your heart. Like, be aware of it. It's okay. Like, where are these parts? I know Mindy shared that God was showing her that she had some areas that needed some heart repair inside of her heart. Like we use the word our heart was broken. Well, I do believe that like there is something in there that makes that those emotions and feelings are tied to. And so acknowledge that and speak life over whatever you are feeling, the disappointment, the unbelief. The best way to punch it, the best way to kick it in the face is to just declare it. I'm going to tell you, it will probably be a struggle. You will not want to declare it. But when you declare it, it breaks something. So I encourage you, write them down. That's why I'm telling you guys to write it down right now. One of your prayers and dreams came true when Roe versus Wade was overturned. Paula, that's a great one to share because, a lot of times we have prayers that have been forever. And, we just, okay. I don't know, Amber. I know what the heart is. I don't know what the other little emoji is. Is that like it looks like a pill to me, but I'm thinking maybe it's not a pill. Unless you're saying, yes, I need a heart pill. Yes, Amber, I loved what you said here that God is faithful. And yes, Mindy, we're looking into something in Alabama. And yeah, I'm just crazy enough. Um, it's a heart with a bandage on it. Oh, Amber, I love that. Okay, so I got to show it again. Yeah, you know what though? It's a heart and it's a bandage. So it's okay. Like I want you to identify it, but I'm going to tell you what you need to do to help yourself heal, and that is to push through declaring these things and going, "Oh, okay, this hurts." But what are you saying, God, in it? And declare scriptures over yourself, right? Even if you need to say that God says that, heart sick, hope deferred, these things are not of him. And there's scriptures to boot that. So now I'm going to give you guys some numbers, okay? I have one question. I'm going to give you a word God has been showing me around it, and just, I don't know all of it, but it's like little clues. So, has anybody prime days, I think, which are July 12th and 13th, tomorrow and the next day, has prime been showing up? Prime days been standing out? Amazon Prime, maybe you're driving down and you keep passing by trucks and it actually has a saying on back and you're like, okay, why is that standing out to me? Has that stood out to anybody? And then also, has anybody noticed that more than I've ever seen before, people are talking about Christmas in July? Yes, Amazon Prime on your computer. Okay. Well, I'm just curious because I'm going to share. Good evening. I just saw a message about that Amazon Prime. Yeah, they're calling it Prime Days. And I was like, I think they call it Prime Days or something like that. I'm like, what the heck are Prime Days? So but for almost since, I think the commercials have been out since the end of June. And for some reason, I never watch commercials, but every time I'm forgetting to, like, I'm watching something while I'm baking or cleaning the dishes or something, and it keeps going to commercial every single time I was hearing Prime Days, or whatever they're calling it. And I'm like, I didn't even know what it meant until this weekend. Okay. So I'm putting this all together because I Amazon Prime truck on my street today. Awesome. Yeah. So so Prime Days are not until tomorrow and the 13th. And evidently they're like this big Christmas in July version of both, like your day after Thanksgiving sale and the Cyber Monday sale. So I didn't know, and my mom has Amazon Prime. I think we do too. And we were up there. And my mom goes to Steve, my brother-in-law. Steve, are you ready for Amazon for Prime Days? And he's like, yes. I've already been feeling it, like been waiting to see what all the specials are, and then they have specials that are only going to be for people that are Prime members. Okay, so that starts tomorrow. Today was the 11th. And then I started hearing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm like, what? So I looked, and if you look at the 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th, that's 1 through 9. And I just kept hearing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like if you ever played hide and go seek, it was like we would count, right? And then it'd be like, come out, wherever you are. So all of these things coming together, I really, really felt like the Lord is saying, I feel like from today, the 11th, until the 19th, that's why I feel like it's so important to write these things down today. What are you believing for? What if maybe you lost heart? What are you believing for? What are the dreams you have? What are even those crazy dreams? Because there is something about writing them out, listening to God, putting them on paper, date it today, guys. Date it. I don't care if there's something that you need. Maybe, like, what's really funny is I have been praying. I'm like, okay, well, I think because I need like a new selfie stick. And then I also need some speakers, and there's different things. Well, I'm actually writing everything I'm believing in. I'm believing that I'm going to have the biggest sales numbers, even though it may seem, because it's already the 11th, impossible. I'm going to say that I'm going to have my biggest business numbers and amount of clients ever sign up. This will be my record-breaking month. And I've been believing that. Now, have I been believing it before? Absolutely. I'm going to believe that I'm going to get booked some of those places that God's been promising to go. I went at the end of January and February, and then there's been a lull. So you're kind of like, hey, I thought that this was kicking it off, and now I'm not seeing it. Yeah, like a countdown. Exactly, Michelle. So I just want to declare 3 things. This is a divine echo from the conversation in Baton Rouge. Awesome. Awesome. So what I want to just share with you guys is, number 1, I want you all to write, it's going to be Christmas in July. So that's the list I want you to write. If it was Christmas in July and you had childlike faith, what would you believing for, right? Like, we all know that Christmas is really to celebrate Jesus's birth, but you know what? The Magi, they brought gifts that they brought things like, so there was, not only was Jesus the gift to the world and the light of the world, but it was this whole celebration, right? So I believe that we are ending. I don't think it's an accident that July is the 7th month. We're 6 months down and we got 6 months to go, and 7 means completion. Okay. So I believe that even things that maybe you're getting weary of or you don't want to leave, you even seen writing on the wall, there's some doors kind of closing or shifting, or who, like I always look at it this way. Like, so every year I played soccer, and we had like this, like we were not necessarily won or champions, but we had the best team. Our parents were so fun. We'd go to we would go have slushies. The guy that sponsored our team, he owned the 7-Eleven, so we would go have slushies after each one. We would go to the pizza parlor. We would have like square dancing nights with all of the kids that were on the team. So, but then the next year you got a new team, and sometimes I had some of my buddies on that team, on my soccer team. Like sometimes my buddy Jason White or different people would be on it, and sometimes they'd be on another team. And so I feel like this is what's going on. It's like anytime if you're in any like parks and rec sports, or you're in anything where they switch teams up, you might go, I want to stay on this team forever. But I feel like God's saying that he needs us to be open, because if we're holding on to the old, as the new is coming, the new gifts are coming, the new things are coming. The 25th is like 5 days before we roll into August. August is new beginnings. And so I just am declaring that it's Christmas in July. So if it's Christmas in July, what are you believing for? What are you standing for? What have you been getting weary of and not believing for? What are those things? I want you to write them out, declare them. Let's see what I feel. The same, like a countdown, like things are time sensitive. Yes, I am telling you, I believe the clock started today. It is 7-11-22. 7-11-22. So 2 1s, 2 2s, right? God has been speaking to me for this whole year of 2022 that is going to be the triple double. And he didn't mean it like, I mean, he could mean it like in baseball, which means that basically a triple double is that I believe they get 2 home runs and all the bases come home. Okay, that's a triple double. In a financially part, the way he showed me, because being a financial advisor for so many years, and God just always really speaks to me in numbers. Okay, so he told me, so I'm gonna give you, I think I'm going to give a specific number today. Okay. Okay, here's a perfect example. So 11 times 11, so doubling once, is 121. Now I just times 121 times 121. That's doubling it a second time. Okay. That number there is $14,641. Now I'm going to times 14,641 times 14,641. That's the double, double, double. I call it the triple double. It's doubling 3 times. I don't know what that looks like in your life. I don't know even if you have some things that you've stopped, but if you can think of it. So now I'm timesing 14,641 times 14,641. 14,610 times 14,610. That number, $2,139,050.10. It fills up my whole calculator here, guys. From 11 Double it once, 121. Double 121 and 121 times each other, you get $14,610. Okay. Now I times $14,610 time, double it, times itself, and now I got 2.3 million. I feel like we've already hit the at least one double. So you're like, oh, cool. My $11 turned into 121. Not too bad. I feel like in this month, we're going to double again, and you're going to even see two doubles in that time frame. And I'm using actual dollars because if you went from your $11 turned into $121, your $121 turned into $14,000 overnight, like that kind of growth. And then now you come back and your $14,000 turned into $2 million. That is what I am calling the triple double. I believe that we're going to see things. I'm not saying everybody's believing in numbers. I'm just giving an example in numbers. Mindy, what do you mean by I wills? Write out the I wills for my Christmas list to God. Yes. Write out your Christmas list to God, the things, and I just want you to dream really big, because that is what God has been speaking over to me for 2022 since 2021. I just kept hearing triple double, triple double. Well, I'm a numbers girl, so I know what that means. I know what a number squared is. So a number squared means it is times itself. Okay. So I know because I've run many numbers, and as just a financial advisor, the whole principle is you keep your money in and it won't average 10% every year. But in 10 years, if it averaged 10%, you would double your money. And so it's this doubling factor. Yes, I love it. I will get this. I will get that. Or God, thank you for this. Thank you for that. But just really for belief. Yeah. Maybe you're believing for belief. Maybe you're believing for confidence. Maybe you're believing for a breakthrough in something financially. Maybe you're believing just in a physical thing, like to wake up 30 days in a row and be full of hope. That's okay, guys. Don't feel ashamed because you're a Christian. What are you believing for? What seems impossible? What seems impossible? Doubling 11, $121. Yeah, that could show up in one day. Doubling 121 and 121, $14,000. Okay. 2 million? That's beyond what I've ever gotten. But that's beyond. So what is that above and beyond? That's the triple factor. That's the double times double times double. 3 times you double it. So what are these things that like you go, okay, if this happened, that would be really great. Now double it. Now double it again. So it is Christmas in July. I feel like from so he did say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I feel like from the 11th to the 19th is going to be very important. And I really feel like it's like in our anticipation of belief and declaring what we're believing. But get ready because, and I want you guys to be dropping it in here inside Camp Gambini, inside these comments. Tell me, share testimony. Testimony is so powerful. Your testimony will help fuel somebody else's where they're still believing, where they haven't seen it come to pass. They've not seen, they're still in the dreamer phase. They haven't seen the dream come true. They haven't seen those dreams. They don't get to check it off. Scotland, check. That one is checked. Wales, not checked yet. But God told me I'm going. England, not checked yet. Australia, not checked yet. New Zealand, not checked yet. South Africa, not checked yet. Italy, not checked yet. Greece, not checked yet. North Carolina, not checked yet. These are all places God told me I was going. It would kind of seem pretty impossible that all of those will come this year. But with God, so what are those things that you are believing for that are just, they seem, there is a power in declaring them, a power in renewing what you're believing in. Yes, like Mindy, as kids, we'll do a Christmas list and we believe it. Why aren't we going to do a dream list and ask God and partner with him? So the other thing and I want, when I read it, I would swear they said in 846 years, but that seems like just crazy to me. But they're saying that a July that actually has 5 Fridays, 5 Saturdays, and 5 Sundays is not happened. I'm going to say 80 years, but they said 800 and something. It's kind of like these moons that are out there. This month, this July, is the first time there's been 5 Fridays, 5 Saturdays, and 5 Sundays, which, hello, those are extra weekends. A lot of people get paid on a Friday. So it means you may actually get a third paycheck, because a lot of people get paid every 2 weeks, not just 2 times a month. And so I was like, wow. I mean, it's been a really long time since this has happened before. And so we've got that factor. Fives means God's grace. 5 times 5, 5 times 3 is abundant, like grace times 3, right? So awesome. I don't know who this is, but yes, we're believing for you for that. Um, I believe that we will fly overseas for Christmas in Ghana. Yes. Come on. Come on. Like, let's start believing these big dreams. This seems so impossible right now. I'm not talking just for this year. I'm talking a lot of us. Like, I'm being vulnerable here. I have been believing for 5 years these places I was going to go. And right now, there's only been one state and one country. Okay. I have Scotland as a going back because we have friends there and I love it. It seems a little impossible, but it's not impossible with God. I have Amsterdam when I was there, or the Netherlands when I was in Scotland. This is when God gave me this on my dream list, and somebody I knew was actually speaking in Amsterdam at the time. So I felt like God said I was going to go there too. Guess what, though? In that time frame, I've actually met people that live there. I actually have a friend that just went back. She's been in Reading and she just went back to the Netherlands. So, like, God is working all things out. It's believing, is he doing it? So let's get that childlike faith up. Let's get that believing that it's Christmas in July. And let's start focusing on the things we see. Okay, small and big. Let's celebrate little and big. So that's what I've got for you guys. It is Christmas in July. We are prime days. I felt like these are prime days, like prime days. Also, if you've been waiting for something you need, maybe tomorrow or the next day on Prime is where God's going to open that deal up. I'm just saying. But prime days is like, I feel like these are the prime days, like get primed. So like if you prime something, you have to get it primed up before it gets ready to go. Are you primed up? Are you ready to go? Are you rested up? Are you encouraged up? Maybe, like, I can't tell you how many times I have felt led to rest, and then afterwards things just break open like nobody's business. So what is God calling you to do? What is he calling you to believe in? I believe I will have reconciliation, direction on child visitation. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm believing for family restoration. So cool. I can't see who these Facebook users are. Let me try to just go over here so I can see. So, Gabrielle, you are believing you're going to fly overseas for Christmas. Yeah. What is God asking you to do to like stand in that and believe in that. Awesome. I believe my family restoration and healing. I believe reconciliation and direction on child visitation. Amen. Amen. My mom is on right now, so everybody say happy birthday to Linda Drummond. Hi, Sharon. I see you on. Hi, Christina. So yeah, it's Christmas in July. We were actually over at my friend Christina's house and we were having this thing called Supper Club. And our church is even doing Christmas in July. And she pulled out cups and they were all Christmas cups. So I'm just telling you, there is something about it. And so ask God what he wants you to do. Maybe he wants you to do something so wildly crazy as put your Christmas tree up. Maybe he wants you, like those are prophetic acts of believing what God's going to do. I almost went and got my antlers and put them on, but yes, I almost went and put my antlers on. It's super hot today, or else I might have put my snowman jacket on. But like, what are you believing in? What are you going to do crazy? Like, are you willing to be so crazy that you would stick one of your light up things out in the yard this time of year? Are you willing to go put some Christmas lights up? Are you willing to decorate your house? Like, I don't know. Ask God though what he wants you to do. I was talking to one of my friends who it was I think it was a year ago, Passover, and God was really speaking to her about this. And she went into this bathroom at this event, and it was all decorated in Christmas. And she came out and walked down the stairs, and the gal said, "Yeah, God told me to make it Christmas in July. Like gifts are coming." Yes, I love that, Mindy. Make gifts, take pictures of it. Like, here's the thing. Let's be ambassadors of encouragement and hope to others. Whatever we're going to do, post it, share it. Like there's something powerful that is saying, I'm believing that gifts are coming in. I'm believing that God's showing up in July. I'm believing that it's Christmas in July. What would that mean look for you? Are you waiting for your dream job? Are you waiting for reconciliation? I love that. So drop these in, even if you're watching afterwards, please drop, even if you want to think about it and take a picture of your list and upload it in here. I'm going to pray for them all. So please drop everything that you're believing in, because I will be interceding and praying and believing with you. And when these things start to happen, do it. But I want you to sit like in like a Christmas list, like Mindy said. I love that. I love, love, love that. Yes, Mindy. Like there's something in being creative. It activates our faith and our hope. So maybe you're actually going to write each of these things that you're believing. And what if you wrap them up and you just have all these boxes, really pretty boxes sitting someplace. And that is a prophetic act of believing. You're going to unwrap them all. Maybe you have like the name tag actually says what's inside of it. And so every time one comes through, you unwrap it and you film it, drop it in here, let's get excited about what we're believing in. Okay. Like big and small, like literally I'm like, okay, there's some things that I need for the business that I've been holding off on. Well, okay, if I'm going to be able to get them at 60% off, that might be a blessing. I had like 2 boxes show up of stuff. So what like are things being provided and coming to and more than you expect? Gabrielle said, I believe we will homeschool and drive across the US. Yes, I'm still believing that for you, Gabrielle. I am believing that. And yes, come on. Come on. What are we believing for? What would Christmas in July look like? What would a big prime Amazon truck, if a whole truck showed up, what would be in it? Would it be people in it? Would it be things in it? Would it be, so my church actually did where they're giving raffle tickets, and then they had, I wasn't there this week, but they were telling me about it, that they had like this giant doughboy pool was one of the options. Like what would the things be that would be answer? On my wish list would be more outdoor furniture. that would be like one of those big giant tables and really cool chairs, which by the way, I thought I was getting and I got scammed with. So that would be something that I would totally be excited for and was believing for, right? So what if out of nowhere I just find out for that I'm able to buy them for really low, or I'm able to get them, or I even get them given to me. So that is on my list. I have been believing. Dan made this whole rock area. I can just see that we'd have this big table there because it would just be great. We have the sitting area, and then we could have like a big family outside table with all the chairs. I mean, I'm just going to say that those are pretty pricey, but I'm believing for that. What would your Amazon Prime truck show up? Like, I'm talking a semi truck, okay? So I know when we see it, they're the little vans, but what would be in your giant semi truck of Amazon? That's what I passed. I passed truck after truck after truck that was, I forget the slogan that it says, but it said filled with a lot of great stuff or something like that. Yes. So Christmas in July. L learners. Awesome. Awesome. A tutoring business for L learners and their families. Yes, come on, Gabrielle. Woo! Gabrielle is like really going wild and exciting. Let's see what Paula has here. Yes, so it's Christmas in July, my friends. Start writing what you're believing in. What is coming in on your prime days, your prime truck? What is coming in? I'm talking semi truck, by the way. What is coming in? I believe my church will be filled with the Holy Spirit. Ooh, I'm going to be praying. Guys, drop them in. Let's be praying for this. Tuesday, when I put up the prayer, what to pray for, drop in what you're believing for. Let's start praying and interceding and calling these in. I am so excited. I am excited to see when these gifts show up. I'm excited to see which ones you unwrap first. So, ooh, Paula, that is so good. I believe my church will be filled with people. I believe my church will have all the leadership positions filled. I believe all needs and positions will be filled. Yes. Yes, I'm standing in it. It's Christmas in July, guys. You know, Christmas is great and then it keeps going. But I think that this is going to be prime days, prime things. What are you priming to believe for? Mindy, I love it. A semi full of coffee. Woo woo! That's so good. That's so good. My daughter says the truck would have Star Wars stuff and things for the homeless community. I'm thinking this is Gabrielle. Yep, yep, yep. Oh, Esperanza. Oh my gosh, she's so awesome. We used to have these times where we would do the prophetic. My friend Christina Kimball hosted them, and her daughter would be on and she would give us all words, all encourage all of us. So she is so powerful. I am believing that Star Wars stuff and things for homeless communities in our area. Yeah. Imagine if God just was providing you whatever you're going to be driving. Maybe you're driving a RV and it could be attached with a big trailer. You know those trailers, Gabrielle, that like landscapers and stuff, they put all their stuff in it. It's a big long enclosed trailer. Imagine if everywhere you go you're going to have something like that. That'd be awesome. I'm praying for closer heart health for my friend to God. Yes, 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 yes. Believing for restoration, promises fulfilled for me and my family. We took a hard hit this past year. Amber, I know it doesn't help, but pretty much a lot of people, and I'm in that club. Trust me, I was just talking to somebody. I don't always share all the stuff behind the scenes, but from mid March to mid May, there was some serious hits going on over here in Gambini land and over with me. But at the same time, this is what I've been doing. I've been standing in it. That's what I call punch it in the face, kick it in the face, declare these promises because God says, all my promises are yes and amen. All my promises are yes and amen. So let's get excited. Christmas in July, 11th through the 19th. And I also feel like 72222 is going to be a big day because it's the 22nd and it's 22. And so it's like a 4 2s. So I want you guys every single day, today at the end of the day, here's your assignment from Coach Jody. Here's your assignment from Coach Jody. All my clients, they know what homework assignments are. I am going to challenge you for the next 9 days, including today. So I want you to put on July 11th, 12th, 13th, like one page for each. And every night before you go to bed, I want you to turn off all your devices. And I want you to just sit and write everything. First of all, if you haven't written your list, write it. I want you to have one sheet that you're going to keep writing things on your list. Okay. Even little things. Even if you're like, man, things are so expensive. I can't really splurge on the food that I would love right now and gas. God, I'm going to believe that I can actually get regular shampoo. That might sound really silly, but I have been in many times. I just had my new favorite, my shampoo actually just show up. Now I did order it, but God provided for me to be able to buy it. And so I have been using my husband's Head and Shoulders, and I just got new shampoo. So what are the little things? Write those down. So I want you tonight, I want you to have a list and have it somewhere where you're around and you keep writing it, because I promise you, so it could be on your phone, wherever it is, and start writing all the things, the little things, the big things, right? Like restorations, promises fulfilled. But how about the little things? Like, how about you're like, I'm just going to say it. Wow, it would really be nice to have had new lipstick. Okay, that's not me. I've got lots of lipsticks over here. But maybe it's like, oh, okay, this is one for me. I really would love to go get my hair done. So there's certain things that, when you're in a certain limited time, I'm so blessed. I don't have gray hairs. I have friends that have gray hairs. I don't have that. So is my hair a little darker than it normally is? Yes. But am I being provided for? Yes. But wouldn't it be an awesome blessing if I had the exact money show up and I could go get in, and my hairdresser was actually open and not booked out for 2 months? Maybe it's just that. Maybe you're waiting for something and you think you're going to have to wait for 3 weeks, 5 weeks. What if you believe God's going to provide sooner? So, yeah, so that is your homework, guys. Drop it in Camp Gambini. Yes, give your yes to God. What are we writing on that list? Seriously, I want you to drop in, take a picture of it and post it in here. Like, let's get excited. I just believe that God is going to bring all kinds of things, and it encourages us when we see other people. And there is something about stepping into faith when you declare it. With faith is the things that you don't see, right? So it's a little scary to say, yes, a truck's going to show up with this, but there is something when you begin to speak it out of your words. Your words move mountains. God's words move mountains. Begin to speak some of the scriptures. So yeah, okay, we have gone on really long. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm going to wrap this up, but does anybody else want to share anything? Who said they live in Baton Rouge? What state is Baton Rouge in? I think it's Louisiana. Who said they live in Baton Rouge? I'm totally thinking of a Garth Brooks song right now. Who said they lived in Baton Rouge? There's a Garth Brooks song. and it says about Baton Rouge. Louisiana is the state it is in. Okay. Yeah, someone earlier said something about Baton Rouge. I don't know who that is, but I thought it was Louisiana. So maybe they're believing to go to Baton Rouge. What is the song that Garth Brooks sings? Because I can hear the lyrics almost in my head. Baton Rouge, but I don't know what the rest of it says. But I remember it's like a really exciting song. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Garth Brooks song Baton Rouge. Okay, let me see the lyrics here. Oh, it was saying strange situations stopping every 100 miles calling Baton Rouge. Okay, so he was calling Baton Rouge. A calling Baton Rouge operator. Won't you put me on the line? Do you guys remember when you had to call the operator? That was a long time ago. A lot of you maybe are not that old. Yeah. Hello, Samantha, darling. I hope you're feeling fine. It won't be long until I'm with you, but until then, I'll spend my money. Oh, this is funny. The lyrics said, but until then, I'll spend my money up and right down to the last dime calling Baton Rouge. So, yeah, I just feel like God's spin that hope, spin that belief, spin that faith in believing that God is showing up. God is showing up, guys. So keep dropping in. Those of you that are watching afterwards, I want to hear from you. What is God showing up for you? What are you believing? What would Christmas in July look like for you? Woo! Talk to you all later. Bye bye.